A lot of people depend their security on something that is outside of them. So if their bank account starts to fall short, if their relationships go wrong, if their emotional state starts to change, now their security, their sense of being secure, their sense of I'm secure in this world begins to go down. Now I'm here to share with you, what if there is a way to feel secure regardless of what happens in your life? Regardless of if your money is in good standing, or regardless of how your business is doing, or regardless of if your relationships are going well. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to feel secure regardless of what's happening in your life, and how to tap into a true sense of security that doesn't depend on anything outside of you. A sense of security that's based on nothing. You're thinking, nothing? Yes, absolutely nothing. No thing. Because things are not solid. Things don't give you security. The truth of who you are and staying grounded in that is what gives you security. And I'm going to be sharing with you in this video exactly how to do that. How to feel secure regardless of what's happening in your life. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell, because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. Also, I do have a group program coming up in the next couple of months. So if you want more details on the program, and if you want to be a part of the program, the link will be in the description box of the video as well. Now, the first thing I want you to understand is that things will go wrong. Life is going to change. Your relationships are going to change. Your money situation, your money status is going to change. And this is the problem that we have in society, is that we think that something out there is going to make us feel secure. That something out there is what makes me feel secure. So this job makes me feel secure. How many people depended their security going to school and getting a job that are now unemployed? What happened to their security, right? A lot of people have a false sense of security. It doesn't matter if you go to school. It doesn't matter if you take what some people call the secure, safe route. It doesn't matter if you start a business and follow your heart. The truth is that security is something that we cannot put a dependence on for things that are outside of who we truly are, because nothing in this physical reality is solid. It's all going to change. At some point, it's all going to fall apart and not get destroyed, but shift into something else, right? There's always a metamorphosis happening in this reality. There's always a shift of shifting from one form to another form. That's the reality that we're in. And then when the ego, the self-construct, begins to fight that change and say, this shouldn't be changing, I should be over here instead, well, then what happens is that now we create suffering. And it's not necessary, because you can depend your security on who you truly are. And the first step is to just have an understanding that things will quote unquote go wrong, right? Because the ego has this assumption that life is going to go exactly how the mind wants it to go. And then when we have that false expectation, we suffer. And that's a false expectation. Life is not going to go exactly how your mind wants it to go. The truth is that your bank account will shift, your body will grow old and die, your relationships will change over time, who you are as a human will change over time. Everything in life is in a continual state of change. And it's like, that sounds disempowering when you first learn this. When you first learn this, this might bring a lot of fear in your system. But then when we can learn to embrace this truth, this is the first step to feeling the true peace and security. So you're thinking, Francis, why are you telling us such a cold truth? Aren't you supposed to make me feel better? But the first step to feel secure, regardless of what happens in your life, is to accept the truth that everything in life will go quote unquote wrong. And I say quote unquote wrong because it's not necessarily actually going wrong. It's what the mind considers to be wrong. It's just what it is. Life is what is, and what is may be shifting into something that the mind doesn't want it to shift into. And so just understand that things in life may go quote unquote wrong and not go in the direction that the mind always wants it to go. Now, like I said, this might create fear, but it will be the first step to create the true sense of security and the true sense of peace that is in your heart, regardless of what happens in your life, in your business, in your relationships, and anything in the external world, anything in the physical, tangible, so-called solid world, because nothing is solid. That's why I say it in that way. Now, the second thing you can understand is that your security, your true sense of security, does not depend on anything outside of you, outside of who you truly are. So when I say you, I'm not talking about your thoughts. I'm not talking about your body. I'm not talking about anything at the form level. I'm talking about who you truly are, which is a formless consciousness, an awareness, an observer of this reality. That's where your security is. Your security is in your ability to trust in your heart. Your security comes from your ability to trust in who you truly are. If I was to lose everything in my life, would I probably freak out for a day? Probably. But would I be able to let it go as fast as I possibly can, or at least try my best? Because I know that the external world is not solid anyways, and that my true sense of peace comes from being okay with my reality as it is, just grounding in the formless presence that I truly am? Absolutely. Because the formless presence that you truly are is where that sense of peace comes from. It's being okay with uncertainty. That's your security. Because this sense of certainty that a lot of people in society are attaching to is just an illusion. How many people didn't follow their dreams to go to school because they thought they were taking the secure path, which are now unemployed? Now that's a whole nother video in of itself. That's a 3-hour course just on that topic alone, on the false sense of security that people have. I could record a 5-hour lecture just on that topic. But understand that security is an illusion. You're secure. This sense of, oh, I know where I'm going, it's completely made up in the mind. At the end of the day, none of us know where we're going. None of us know if we're doing the right thing. And this is why we want to make sure that we're not depending our security on anything outside of us. And just as a bonus in this video, even though that's not what this video is about, is that can be a reason to follow your heart. Because so many people don't follow their heart to take the secure path, but it's not the secure path. Look at what's happening in the world once again. A lot of people that took the secure path are not secure right now. A lot of people that chose to jump into their heart space are now more financially secure, emotionally secure, mentally secure, physically secure than the people that were under the false illusion that they were actually taking the safe route. So understand that your security depends on your true self. That's what your security depends on. And the more that you can depend your security on who you truly are, what you'll find is that your level of peace goes to an incredible, powerful level. An incredibly powerful level, because now your business could collapse. You could lose a relationship. You could lose some money, but you still feel peace in your heart because you know that you're connected to the divine, and your sense of peace is dependent not on anything, but no thing, and who you truly are, which is not a thing. Who you truly are, which is a formless witnessing presence that can simply observe the form of this reality. That's what you truly are. Who you truly are is security. Security comes from the unchanging because the unchanging is secure. But nothing in the physical world is secure. Nothing. No thing is secure. That's the biggest paradox you'll ever understand. No thing is secure. I want you to really contemplate that statement because that statement is true at all levels. It's true at the level that no thing is not a thing and that no thing is secure because formlessness is secure in itself, right? Formlessness doesn't change. Formlessness is the most secure thing that exists on this planet. But no thing also means no thing, no form. So nothing is secure, but also no form is secure, right? So that statement means more than one thing. It's a paradox. It has a double truth within one sentence. Now, the third thing that I want you to understand is that where I personally feel the most secure is when I have a deep trust in my heart. When I have a deep trust in the uncertainty. The more that I can be comfortable with the unknown, the more that you can be comfortable with not knowing where you're going, with staying centered in the midst of the chaos, in the midst of the restructuring, in the midst of the storm. This is when you'll begin to feel more secure. This is when you'll begin to feel a groundedness in your heart, a groundedness in your physical body, in your emotions. All this external chaos could be happening, just like the world. But if you consider yourself to be what some humans label themselves as, which is what some people call a light worker, what you'll find is that that's what you're good at, right? This is what we're good at. This is what the chosen ones, so to speak, are good at. We're good at staying grounded in the storm, okay? And this is where your security comes from. When you can learn to stay in that vibration of groundedness, of being the formless witness observer, while all the stuff happens in the external, which is going to happen. It is going to happen. Like I said, it's all gonna change. It doesn't matter if your ego agrees or disagrees with change, it is going to happen, okay? That's the truth. Now, that doesn't have to be depressing. It can be the most empowering and peaceful truth that you'll ever learn in your life if you can really come to terms and connect with that true self that you are, that does not have any expectation for how reality should be. That's the true sense of security that I'm talking about. Because you don't need reality to be a certain way. You're just there as what it is. And that's where you paradoxically have the most control anyways, by controlling what you can and letting go of what you can't control, because some things are out of your control. That's the truth. That's the truth. You can't control everything, right? But you can surrender to the divine and allow that universal consciousness and intelligence to flow through you and allow life to happen. Allow your dreams to manifest into existence. Awareness of who you truly are is where your security really comes from. Awareness of who you truly are is where your security comes from. So, that's all I have for this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. Also, I do have a group program coming up in the next couple of months. So if you want more details on the program, and if you want to be a part of the program, the link will be in the description box of this video as well. Have yourself a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.